VG Pierce, I'll be coming at you with a gameplay of Graveyard Keeper, and this is going to be developed by the people of Lazy Bear Games. And so if you guys were looking for something that'll sate your hunger for Stardew Valley, this might be it. This is actually a fairly fun game, I'd say, and one where you can, farm the land. You can also go and fight in the dungeon, talk to people, buy and sell stuff, and the dirty work of burying bodies and cutting them up. That's right, guys. So this is definitely a very inaccurate medieval cemetery management sim of all time. And yes, you'll have to build and manage your own graveyard and expand into other stuff and finding shortcuts to cut costs and use all the resources you can find. And this is the game that is in the spirit of capitalism, and you have to do whatever it takes for a thriving business. And also partially a love story. So of course, let's go ahead and jump right into my playthrough. I've played about 18 hours worth so far, and I'm in 104 days. And I have to say that this game does not hold your hand whatsoever. It will make you work for it. Everything is not so easy. There's no real explanations. They have a little tutorial in the beginning, but otherwise you are pretty much left to your own devices. So right now I have to go and, well, actually not right now, but I need to go eventually to talk to the guy down in my basement where my dungeon area is. But first of all, I'm going to show you what this game's all about. So I'm going to go into my little crypt area, and this is where I can, well, cut up bodies. This is the nice thing. This is a nice kind of departure from Stardew Valley where, like I said, it's kind of a dark take on it, and here I'm cutting up the body. But don't worry, guys, I'm actually removing the sins and actually trying to make it to where I have a really good body to put into my plot. So I'm going to cut up and take over this meat right here, and I'm going to remove the meat from the body. And the meat, yes, can be used to make, things like edible items for people to eat and stuff. Don't worry about it, guys. It will definitely work out in the long run, okay? Okay, there, I'm going to be cutting off some skin here, and look at this. It's down to full red and one of these little successful ones here. So I actually already made certain mistakes, so I think the last thing here is I'm going to just extract the skull to prettify my dungeon. That's right, guys, you heard it right. I'm going to prettify my dungeon with the skull. Yes, a bit more. Well, if this body turned out okay, then I would have put him into my graveyard, and it would have helped in the old graveyard, and I would have been able to get one of those business things. And, well, you'll see in just a sec. You'll see. But we're here. This is a bad body. It has too many negatives. I kind of screwed it up and carved it up, so I'm just going to throw the body into the river here. And where it goes, who knows? Well, actually, it floats down towards the town. But that's kind of one of the downfalls of this game. This game does feel a little bit unfinished and unpolished. They have not made, the fortress and the town yet or anything like that, but it's one of those things where I think this game, it doesn't distract from the game at all. I mean, you can have loads of fun, as you see there. Right now, almost 20 hours worth of playing now, and I am very much enjoying the playthrough, I'll tell you that much. So here I can make a grave site, and then I could put this down here and have a plot, and then open up another graveyard and put a body in. But since in the beginning of the game, this is how it kind of works for your graveyard. You want to bury nice bodies here. As you see here, the white skulls signifies that I can place things that will help get the spirituality up higher, so that I can have my graveyard looking a little bit better. So one red means that it's going to be on the bottom, so it takes 3 of these to actually get up higher, and that's how many points I will get. So that's the really fun part about this game, is that you kind of have to really put it's like a little bit of a puzzle here. And here I can here put 3, so this is exactly what I have, is 2 for this grave. That is really nice. The quality of the graveyard looking pretty good. And of course, here's a 0 one. And I buried this body. This is in the beginning of the game where I wasn't quite understanding what was going on, and so I kind of buried this body not even knowing why or how, where, what was going on. But that's okay. I can just go and exhume the body, I can get an exhumation permission, and not only that, I can get building permission as well to do other things. But for right now, I am just going to looking to get the exhumation stuff so I can exhume this body. I have to go and remove this wooden cross and fence to do it, and then I can replace it with a better body. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is looking for a better body. But before we get too much further, and I talked a little bit too much, I really need to talk to Snake before it gets a little bit too late. So let's go ahead and get back to him. If hopefully it doesn't get too late here. I'm talking too much on the graveyard there after dumping the body and carving it up, but that's alright. Kind of show you that part. Let's go ahead and finish off this quest. And yes, there are going to be some quests that you need to do. Now the nice thing here is that I can go to the known NPCs here and look through this little list of all the people that I have met and known. And right here, Gypsy Baron wants me to bring 4 silver starfish fillets, and Miss Charm here wants me to bring back the necklace from Snake. So stuff like that I can do to get in with the neighbors there. Oh, and he's walking away, damn it. So that's not a bad thing here. He's walking away and I can't talk to him because he's busy. But he was standing right here in my basement, and I could have actually finished off one of his quests here, which is to give him this Necronomicon. But too busy talking to you guys, but that's alright. Another 6 more days to wait, not a big deal. I can do loads of other things. I can go and farm, I can go and make some paper, I can wrap up the meat to sell to the butcher, things like that. So let's go ahead and put the skull back here. Oh, looks like I have a lot of skulls here, so I might want to slow down getting some of these skulls. And then I have the skin and flesh here. And here is the cooking, so I can cook the flesh here, but I need to slice up the meat first. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so I'm gonna make some dough first, like so. And then after that, I am going to cut this raw sliced meat like so. And then what I could do here is I can package the meat now that I have this stamp and some clean paper and sell it. So you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. Let's grab one of these here. And as you can see, now I have one of these packages of meat that I could sell to the stores, and hopefully they'll love it and eat more of it, right? It's not bad, I promise you. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and bake this meat first, and then I'm gonna go back to the cellar so that I can take a look at his body. Now I don't have to cut it up. What I can do is, I see that I already have another body waiting for me to get cut up, but I'm not gonna do that. As long as they're on this cart or on the autopsy table, then they won't decompose. Here's Jerry there, and then there is York as well, but York is not the skull, he is the ghost. Alright, so there is a donkey with a cart that comes by to drop off bodies, yeah, and he demands carrot payments. And so there we go. I'm dropping off 10 carrots in the bucket. So unlike Stardew Valley, I don't need to go to sleep at night. I just go to sleep whenever I need energy or health back, and that's kind of the thing about this game, is that I'm not forced to do anything I don't necessarily need to do. And I actually kind of like that, because I remember in Stardew Valley there was times in which I didn't really want to just stop the game, but or go to the next day, but I had to because he was getting tired, more and more tired. But here, none of that. Alright, so this is all the different things you can build here. The carpentry workshop, stone stockpile, and I'm just going to show you here, but I can build all the way out to here. Now earlier I could only build in this area, but I did recently expand out to this field here, and so there I am able to get more land to actually build out on. Alright, so now I have the baked meat for, you know, eating. You know, don't worry about it, guys. Don't think about it too much, because that will just mess with your mind. Let's see here, I need to bake the bread now. There we go. Oh crap, I wanted to bake all the bread, but that's alright. Alright, now it's in the middle of the night, so what I could do is rest up, and that's what exactly I'm doing. Rest up right now, and this also saves the game for you as well. So even if you were at full energy, then you could just go to sleep real quick and just save the progress for you. Another thing that's kind of weird about this game is that sometimes the frame rates drop for some unknown reason, and oops, I'm actually carrying the bread with me. Yeah, look at this. I actually can make a whole bunch of packaged stuff, but you know what? Let's go ahead and make the sandwich. I'll make 3 out of this. It requires cabbage, a couple of baked meats. So let's go ahead and just make one right now. And voila! Some sandwiches. I already have some on me already, but it gives me back 17 energy, so I can continue to keep trucking along. Which is great. You know what? I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm gonna make a few more of these. So what I can do is tab over to the right here. Oh no, I can't. I could just oh well, I'll just do this then real quick. That's kind of funny that I can't go to the right. This also goes up. Oh, that's so bad. So you have to do it individually. Oh gosh, that's so bad. Well, you know what? That's okay. I guess it drops the stamp again for you to reuse. Alright, so I'm going to go back into town. And I am going to craft that. I want to be a little bit efficient, guys. And here's my little farm plots there. And farming is actually quite easier than it is in Stardew Valley. All you need to do is plant the seed and it'll just grow. No need for scarecrows, no need to water the plants. No need to do any of that stuff. Doesn't matter if it's raining or not. I just go and plant like even fertilizer to help get the star rating, and then after that just go and get things up. Alright, so I'm going down here. Alright, but I don't have any crops to sell, so I'm just gonna go straight to the inn. And actually not the inn, but the Dead Horse. And the Dead Horse is open 24/6. 6 days in this game. So you notice that on this time wheel here there's icons, and so this is when specific people will pop up. As you can see here, the astrologer comes on the moon days, Inquisitor pops up on these arrow up days with the circle, and then the snake comes up on the green, and the merchant on this brown with the kind of horns looking thing. And of course that's right there, just I guess one of those things where they want to limit you. You can't finish the game too quickly, otherwise you know it'll be kind of bad for the game, I guess. Alright, so I'm going to sell the packaged meat. I want to sell all 3 of these things. Oh nice. And don't worry, they just see it as a package of meat, and they love it. And I'm going to sell it for 1 silver and 84 copper pieces. That's really good here. Now, the nice thing is that I can buy the stuff here that can help with certain qualities. So I can get the good fisherman with eating this fish soup. I can get fast reflexes, so I have an additional time to hook a fish. And that's really nice. I can talk to these people there, but I'm alright. I'm gonna leave these people alone. I'm gonna leave them alone. And now that I have covered all of that stuff, I can just go and grab some red leaves here, I think. Oh crap, I grabbed the wrong thing. It's alright. I'll grab that too. I don't care. Some white flower. What I really wanted was this red flower. That's what I really wanted. But that's okay. The red flowers so I can make a garden even prettier than it is now. And I don't want an odd number of red flowers. I want an even number. Okay, let's do that. And then I can just go around the world and just kind of do what I want now and just walk about and have some fun. And let's see here. This guy, I could trade against this guy and he doesn't want any of my stuff, but looks like he's got honey. He's kind of like the beekeeper, so this is one thing about the game, is that it's not easy to find people to sell stuff to. So in the beginning of the game, it's really easy to be broke and not have much because there isn't too much that you could do, that you could sell. Right now, I can get a bunch of wheat and farm that up, but at the moment, this guy's milling plant is down, and I can help him fix it, but I'm actually locked out of it right now. I need the paper with calculations. So I'll take a look here, and you take a look at maybe the theology? No, science maybe? The bookkeeping? There we go. And then maybe the paper of calculations will be in one of these. Could be. Could be not. But I don't know. So unfortunately for me, I won't be able to open up that meal wheat, and then I'll be able to sell my wheat, I think. There are certain things that I don't know what I could sell, and that's kind of, yes, a little bit of a downfall of this game here. Let's grab this 2 red things. Another interesting to note is that I don't know what else is. I don't know what else I can do here to get this going. Alright, so the carrots are ready. Alright. I don't know what else I could do, so let's get this plant up here. I got plenty of energy now, so I don't need to go to sleep yet. But of course, the villagers are only awake at certain moments, and of course, as you saw earlier, the NPCs only can be interacted with during certain times. Alright, so let's get that here. Stuff away the carrot seeds. All this stuff here. Let's just put this away for right now. My big meat, guys. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry. Alright, I got 50 carrots now. Sweet. Actually want that cabbage. Let's go ahead and... Oh. Let's just put that to 50. I'm going to leave the 4 in there. Alright. That's good. That's good. Oh, I still got the skin right there. So the skin, I want to use that for making paper. You know, I hear in the Dark Ages, you used to make paper. They tried to make paper out of, you know, skin because they want to reuse everything. I mean, that's just it, right? You want to reuse everything to make sure that you have nothing going to waste, right? I mean, you know, that makes sense. Makes sense to me, right? Not that I condone this type of behavior in the modern age or anything. It's just, you know, one of those things where you had to do what you had to do back in the day, right? Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so now I have... Okay, and when I'm picking other stuff, then I have to click through it. But since I'm clicking with the carrot plants... Actually... There we go. I probably don't even need to use the fertilizer because they seem to be growing just fine without it. And they're not being star plants or anything like that, so I think I'm kind of wasting my fertilizer. I think the fertilizer is just to make these star pumpkins with using the star seeds. I think that's the only real way it grows, but I got a lot of peat, so I'm not really worried about it, to be honest. Let's see here, what else do I have? Okay, so I got the flowers. Let's go ahead and dump the flowers somewhere. Okay, so let's go back here. Again, I don't need to go to sleep at any time. I can just go whenever. I have 2 bodies here. I think I'll take care of one of the bodies and start cutting that up and making sure that that's being taken care of. So here, I'll just dump the flowers here because I think this is where it goes. I'm not extremely sure, but I just need a couple of stones to make some flower beds all over this area. And right here, I'm just kind of dumping the stuff in specific areas so that I'll know where to go. Right here, I'm making paper. But I'm not gonna waste you guys' time doing that. I'll just finish one because I'm here. Sweet, just like that. And I'll just use the paper to sell some more food or something. Alright, so now this is the moon, so the astrologer's coming up. But let's see here, I got a lot of space. I'm gonna go dump my carrots into the box first and open up some space. Great. Alright, so just like in the beginning of the game, I'm carving up this body, so hopefully this will work out a little bit better. I don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but let's see how it comes out. Nope, it's not working out. Oh, and I already did a surgeon mistake. So I'm just going to grab the important stuff that I do want from this body. And I believe that's it. Like, this body is going so poor. Alright, let's just go ahead and... I'm just gonna leave that here. I mean, it's so... I'm just gonna dump it into the water anyways. So let's go ahead and take this body and carve this up. I still got some energy to do this with. So I do want the meat. I always want the meat for monies. And that went not as good as I thought I would have been. Or it would have been. Oh, but I have no surgical mistakes yet. So extract the skull for the dungeon oven. And I'll just show the dungeon real quick. After I eat the sandwiches. And right here, oh, no surgical mistakes yet. So I might actually be able to right the ship here. Might be able to. I have done it in the past. But it's starting to run out of body parts and energy. Okay, this is starting to go. I want to have one red so that this goes quite swimmingly. Let's go ahead and grab it. Yes, yes. Oh, that did not help. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to eat one more of these things here. I'm going to risk it here. I'm going to cut the... Let's cut the heart out. Yes. This might work out. I don't know. Maybe this might be a good body. Nope. And I did a surgical mistake finally. So unfortunately for me, that's a no-go. So I'm just going to dump that body. I'm going to dump that body later though. I'm just going to leave it out here. Who cares? And let's just leave it all out there. I'm the gravekeeper, right? I mean, it's not unusual for me to mess with bodies. So I put stuff in specific spaces so I don't forget where they are. So it's kind of why I am moving down here to drop this stuff off. Okay. Wonderful. And as you can see from my chest, I got loads of brain and hearts and all that stuff. Let's go ahead and grab the bread, and then let's go ahead and drop off the bread and the cooked meat so that I'm not just carrying it around in my person, and the cabbage as well. And the paper. Oh, I had a bunch of stuff to drop off here, and the meat. Okay, and then I'm going to sleep, and then I'm going to make some more sandwiches, and then rinse and repeat. But before that, I am going to go into the dungeon area just to kind of show you guys what that's all about. Before too much longer. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Yes. So now I'm going to go to the dungeon, and there's definitely more to this game and more to love about this game. But for right now, I mean, just to show you, yes, if you wanted to sate your hunger for Stardew Valley, this is it right here. And I don't even think I can make any more skulls in the wall or whatnot. I think I've done it all, so I'm grabbing all these skulls for no reason. So just like Stardew Valley, you can begin at whatever dungeon you've been at last. So my last area I was in 4. A little bit of a scary song for you. Alright, so now I am just going to be looking around and trying to find things to kill. And I don't know if I've gone up yet. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. And it looks like I have. So to get to the next level, you have to kill everything in the dungeon to move on. And I think I did that, but it's saying that I haven't. It's kind of why I'm stuck in this area at the moment. Anytime you swipe with your sword, it does take 2 energy to do so. Let's see, maybe it might register now. I need to kill all the enemies first. But this is the dungeon. I can walk around, and maybe I'll be able to find something to kill here pretty soon. Come on now, spider web. Look at the spider web. I love how the graphics are still kind of the same-ish, and I really like how they didn't really try to do too much with it. Maybe an upgrade would have been nice to kind of separate it from Stardew Valley, because, you know, no matter what, this game is going to be compared to Stardew Valley. And look at this. I think I've been here already as well. Okay, so look at this. Some slimes. There we go. And actually, I'm going to take my hand off of the cursor. Oop, oop, oop. Yeah, that's a dangerous one. Okay. And they do drop a lot of stuff here, so the nice thing here is you can bust these open as well and grab some extra stuffs. And of course, you want to have a nice large inventory so that you don't miss out too much on that. And there we go. I have now finally killed everything. I'm not sure why I missed that spot. The spot there. I should have killed everything. Alright, well, I'm going to go to the next spot and go in deeper. Loads of materials to be found. So if you're kind of short on materials, or you just kind of want to have a little bit more of a difference in your life, you can also go fishing. So again, I mean, very much similar, except it does have a bit of a tongue-in-cheek kind of dark atmosphere about the game being a gravekeeper, and me, you know, cooking meat, flesh of victims into packages for people to eat. And there you go, just like Stardew Valley, come back from the entrance just like that. So very quick, very easy. One last thing though, I have made a church to give people sermons, so before we get too much farther away, let's go ahead and grab that up. Actually, I'm going to grab this here and put in the heart. So before we get too much further, I want to grab this up. Let's go ahead and drop this off here. And then drop off the bloody nails here so I can disinfect it, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure what that's all about. Drop off the metal scrap here so that I can make some stuff. Of course, yes, you can get iron, and then there's pieces of stone so you can make other stuff. And there's some stone here, but I'm just going to leave that alone. Okay, and then now I'm gonna go to the church. Give my followers what for? Oh, let's go ahead and grab this body. No need to be alarmed, guys. Just decomposing right here. Here's the bishop. I can trade with him and get some stuff, but I'm not gonna get any of that stuff. Let's go ahead and just do this. So here, the quality of my church also matters on how well this sermon is gonna go. So I can preach. Church quality 9. Sermon needs 10. Chance of success is 90%. So right now it's just one less than what it normally is. I'd like to say some words. Oh, nomine Patri. This church is great! Nice! And the people love me! Oh yes, throw your balls at me, guys. Nice. Well, that's faith balls. So throw your faith balls at me. And I can get different types of prayers too. So I can get well, different ones. I'll show you in just a sec when this is over. But they do tip me, and there we go. Ooh, 10 copper each. Now it starts off low, but later on it gets better and better. And I can just go into the technologies and theology, and I can make this prayer for repentance. And that's really cool. It's about sin and forgiveness based on a couple of stories from your youth. So that's pretty good. Prayer for prosperity. So this will give you a commercial blessing, which you can improve one vendor. See? So some very good differences. And there I got, what, 90 copper? Nice. I got 8 silver and 46. And so now things are starting to steamroll. I'm starting to get a lot of stuff. And I have to say, I really enjoyed this game. Pick this up. Yes, there's going to be some shortcomings, but not to the point where it takes away the tracks from your game. So with that, thanks for watching along. This is the VG Pierce. I'm going to go ahead and finish this off right here as we are walking away from the game. Oh boy, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel and definitely like my videos. And hopefully I'll see you for some more strategy role-playing games right on my channel. And this is the VG Pierce, and I'll see you guys later.